Good evening, race fans, and welcome to this Game 2 of Final Fantasy Randomizer Winter Tournament, Chaos's Winter Carnival. We have a match between ADR and HaateXII here today, and ADR managed to get the first game between the two, so this is the second match, and so ADR is looking to close it out tonight, while Hate is going to go ahead or is trying to extend this into a game 3. So I am joined in the booth by our Reed streamer Dangwoo. How are you doing today, Dangwoo?
I am doing awesome. I'm excited for this game 3 or game 2. I'm sorry, because we got lots of fun today. I know, we were talking about it in the broadcast booth, but these, I don't know, mad lads, I guess if you want to call it, or mad people, whatever you want to call them. That proc-gen waterfall, okay, whatever. But then they tri-stated, horizontal flipped, vertical flipped, and relocated the stairs is all tri-stated. They shuffled Astos for whatever reason. They then tri-stated alternate fiends.
Did they turn on, is shuffled Astos, is it safe or unsafe?
I don't know. All I know is plus shuffled Astos.
Alright.
No recruits. No recruits.
No recruits.
And the third slot was forced. So what does tri-state means? It means the runners don't know if it's on or off until they actually race and they come upon that situation where they find out if it's on or off.
And if I remember correctly, the tri-state means it's either on for the whole flag or off for the whole flag. So they'll be able to tell the first time they go into a dungeon whether or not things are horizontally or vertically flipped. And we seem to be off. Immediately going for the white magic, and we have Cure 4. Cure 4 is a solid first level white magic spell. And then for the black magic, we have Ice 3 and Lit 3. So nice cure spell. Nice sweepers here to start us out with.
So, as they're doing this here...
It appears that the third slot Force None didn't actually take here. So...
Well, Hate's going with a 3-party system here. Now, interesting thing here. I just want to let people know, we do have blessings and curses here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on here. Let me raise you up a little bit here. I thought I had you high enough. But... So one thing interesting here is the pure fact that the Black Mage has a bonus or a malus of no nuke, and Hate is taking a 3-party system without the highest damaging spell in the game.
Yeah, nuke's a great thing to have access to. We did get our Bane Sword as our sweep weapon, which takes out Garland in its first hit, which is pretty lucky. And we get the Chime from King, so that's one of the outside ones down. And then we have the loot, vanilla loot. Is this even yada yada? So no progression open, no immediate progression opened yet. Actually, I guess no progression opened yet. Probably just like always expect us to see go around to Provoca. And ADR has given us a look at the bats.
So that is alternate fiends. That's Salamand. That's Behemoth. So Behemoth. So big thing there by ADR. He's finding out that the alternate fiends are active. There's Gilgamesh. Uncle Caleb says that Gilgamesh is extra tough.
And we'll probably nuke you.
Yeah.
So it looks like Chaos rolled with nuke and is thick. And has Cure 4. And we have Life at level 2 in the third slide. I don't have my slots memorized, so I'm not sure if that's red learnable, but... And then there's the nuke we can't learn at level 2 there. So, interesting there. And we have a look here at our pirates.
And I mean, I want to kind of touch up on these blessings and curses, because a lot of this is actually really interesting here. So the fighter gets plus 20 strength as we find the Oxyel from Vicky the Pirate. Mm-hmm. The fighter also gets plus 10 luck, so now he's almost like a thief in general. There's the herb in Provoca, and for about 8k, 9k. The thief gets plus 20 vitality, plus 25 agility, so that's even more evasiveness or elusiveness on the thief, right?
Yep.
Minus 10 luck, so now the thief becomes a fighter for running, and the fighter becomes a thief for running. Kind of funny.
And it's sort of an interesting swap. Oh, hate making the Peninsula power play here. Let's see what's there.
Tyro, Zombles, Giants are good for money.
Giant's good. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it's chat pointing out. Hate probably going after this to try and pick up the herb. Which, you know, may keep us out of Martian ice for a while, which is almost always good on the side of these runners here, so. But we will see. To make it through those Giants without any problem didn't appear to have anything really, really nasty in their scripts, or at least that we found.
Yeah, he's at about 5.3k, so not too bad at all. I mean, the Rune Sword on that fighter is going to be really good for ADR with that plus 20 strength. Zombles, we got Lit 3, and Bane's not going to do a whole lot against those Zombles, unfortunately. Oh, Lit 3 working,
but as you
though.
point out, we have some sweepers. We're not doing too bad.
Not anymore.
Oh, no!
Okay. Zombles are trolling us with mute, thanks.
Yeah. So mute Zombles here on the Peninsula Power, but and 1 damage coming out of both our Black Mage and our White Mage here.
ADR has sold the Bane Sword and the Rune Sword to buy the herb instead of doing the Peninsula Power grind.
Yeah, I mean, definitely faster, right?
It is.
Like,
it's not going to have the safety levels that Hate's going to have here. We're level 9 across the board.
Yeah, so Hate made the money, got up to, like you said, almost level 10. Looks like we're going to head back here and purchase our herb before we make our way over to the Elfland. ADR looks like they're taking the West Wing, the other alternate route around here. See what the dwarfs are holding for us today. 7 gold. The Prairie Dwarf is still there and still says his signature phrase, so that's all good.
I mean, it's interesting because Hate did the little pop grind, right? Got the money and bought it, and really didn't lose a whole lot of time there because ADR had to go back and forth in a very Provoca thing because you have to sell it all the way at the weapon shop, then walk your happy butt all the way back to the item shop, and in that time, Hate was able to get it and gets rewarded with a tail. So getting that herb's kind of big there with our party.
Certainly, the tail is something that was on our checklist to get before we tried to finish the game. You know, I do have to say that I like the Hate's routing here a little bit better. We'll be able to check the sages here real quick and see that we have an adamant. Even before we knew that, you know, ADR's routing would have only been super correct if it was either the ship or the airship that was hiding behind the herb. So, like, Hate and ADR are basically in the same spot now, I would say. ADR are going to go ahead and dive. Oh! And we have, let's switch stairs at least. But not inverted horizontally or vertically.
Oh my goodness.
I'm confused. I'm super confused.
So it took him to the right spot, but it's been swapped. There's an Aegis, so ADR picks up something he can use. Oh my gosh, everything's mixed around. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm
ADR's
super confused.
So it should be up and right. I think.
So
up and left or up and right?
Is it both flipped then? I can't even...
I don't know, find out. Yeah.
I don't know, I never play with
There it
horizontal or vertical flip. Yeah, so it looks like it's both flip. Or, that would only be... vertical or horizontal flip, I think. Because it's...
No, that's vertical.
Is that vertical? Okay.
That's got to be vertical. Yeah, because that's...
Yeah, because it's up instead of down.
So the good news is Life Reboot, he was saying that he could totally do this no problem, and I gotta play him later tonight. I am totally not gonna have any of these flip things on here, Life Reboot. You are not getting away with this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, I wouldn't want this turned on either. I always still get lost in Sea Shrine without any flipping. So, and actually, I will be commentating your race later with Hate. So, that'll be fun.
Look at us. Like we're a small little family. All helping each other out here.
We are just a family.
Ship.
Oh, and the ship came out of Marsh. So, at least we have some mobility, if not, you know, any more access, really. But, yeah, we'll watch our friends here make their way through the, Marsh Cave with the stairs all relocated, or at least the entrance stairs relocated. AR makes it out. He seems to have adjusted slightly faster here and is making his way through.
Oh man, I can't. This is so funny. Oh,
It is.
Gargoyles with
It is.
frost.
I keep forgetting to talk because it's just hilarious to me.
So that means Ice Cave is required? Wait, Adamant led to... Hasn't been turned in yet.
Oh, we have Adamant. We haven't checked it yet.
Okay, so Adamant could be our canal, which gets us out of here, or Ice Cave is required to leave.
Yep.
Now, I wonder if ADR maybe goes Volcano, maybe to do some equipment for the Ice Cave play, since he managed to get through Marsh Cave relatively unhurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ice Cave is like Marsh. It has a lot of enemies, a lot of different enemies, which can roll nasty spells. We saw gargoyles with Frost and Dazzle.
Yeah, and those images and some of those other things, you see them all over the place. So when they have a nasty spell, it's just like, ugh, I'm gonna see that forever now. Let's go see if we can put off Ice Cave a little bit longer. Maybe it'll be Lazy Dwarves.
Lazy Dwarves are always nice. Get an extra 10% experience every turn in there. You get a free 10% for a little walking. Especially if it makes your way into a key. Ooh. It's a half Lazy Dwarves. We get a crown.
It is kinda. It is kinda.
No.
Glad they haven't blown up the canal yet, though, because then, I mean, I know there's a bridge, but in theory we couldn't get back down here to do this.
It's so nice of us to make sure we don't get soft lock. Oh, it leads to the bottle, so guess what,
Vanilla
folks?
Astos.
Hope you brought your blankets. We're going to the Nice Cave.
Oh, I missed. What was it?
It was the bottle. So Ice Cave is required.
So that means both Marsh and Ice are required. Actually, to get out here. So, Fun Seed! This is great. We'll be here a while. Everybody get cozy. Go get yourself some water. Plop a few ice cubes in there. You know, I think we'll be at this for a short period of time here.
I think ADR was checking his key items like, do I really have to go to Ice Cave? Do I really?
Do I really have to go to Ice Cave?
I don't wanna. You can't make me.
And I don't think we haven't found warp or exit yet either. Which just makes this so terrible.
I mean, we do have... So we do... Okay, the good news is... So, we look at our spells. Our White Mage has Life 1, Life 2. So if we do lose things, we're doing okay. Now, obviously, we want to make sure our White Mage doesn't die, which we would like to have a ribbon on the White Mage, but the problem is the White Mage doesn't actually have any AoE spells. So it's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is the White Mage does have a Thief Sword, so we can use the Rune Sword in Hate's case.
If we didn't sell it for a little bit of herb, which, I've been in that position to sell all my possessions for some herb.
Now, just to point out there in chat, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you there, but it was pointed out in chat, yes, there is a hero run that ADR has been making use of. I believe Hate has been doing it too. I don't know exactly when it is on the encounter table, because I haven't really been paying much attention. I believe it's after the first or second encounter.
It's really long. Early because... Yeah, it's really long and really early, because if you'll remember, Hate had the hero run in the Peninsula of Power. Had to go back and forth quite a bit to pull those giants the first time. So it may be the first or second one off the reset, which obviously helps in Ice. Oh, hey, guess what? They moved the exits in Ice.
Where are we right now? Look at ADR!
I think this is the 2-pack, isn't it? Or
I think it got flipped. I think it got flipped and horizontally flipped. Wait a minute, did it just... I don't know.
I'm very confused. But that's a normal state for me. No, I think it's still only vertically flipped.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it just moves. It must move the whole room. It must not just move the staircase you up in. It must just move the whole room. I haven't really played with these flags, so.
Well, remember the flag is also, it relocates the stairs too.
Right.
So I don't know if that's because the stairs are being relocated and then it's being flipped. I don't know.
Nah, it could be.
Yep.
Yes, Budgemano. So, horizontal, vertical, and relocated were all tri-state. It appears what we have managed to end up with here is a vertical flip with relocated stairs. You need to go right here if you want to leave, buddy.
But we got the 6-pack of chests here.
We got the 6-pack.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I may not know all the details behind it because I've never actually done it in a race myself, but I love it. As a viewer, I think it's great. Watching our runners try and deal with it, it's great. But the White Mage went down, so our Life 2 caster's down for ADR. Hate's trying to get through, gets great turn order against the Fire Elementals, which can do really good damage.
Yeah, that was just pure bad luck on ADR's part there.
Let's see how much loot gobbling Hate does. I've heard people, what they like to do is sometimes they'll just go right to the key item, then they'll loot chests, or they'll loot chests and then do the key item, because you either will find out if you can make it there and waste time, or not. So it's one of those weird things. It's interesting to watch. Wow, that was like an iron staff doing almost 200 damage. That was interesting to watch.
Yep. And found the thing we knew had to be here. So so you're in these runners' shoes. They're gonna end up about the same position, roughly a minute or two apart, it looks like. Where do you go next? You have a tail, you have a bottle. I think those are the only things that you can really do right now.
Oh no.
Oxyel, I guess.
Frosties with...
Stone Touch?
I think that was Stone Touch. Definitely doing tail first. Probably into Ordeals. get the levels, because we can basically lit 3, attack a lot of the enemies there and gain levels. Get the level 15. Definitely get life on the knight for ADR case.
Yeah,
and nuke on the ninja for hate and ADR.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's plus. You're forced into the good Ordeals play where you don't have to walk across half the continent, which is always nice. But yeah, I think that's a good choice. Looks like we're gonna go to the cheap party member store, or the party member store here instead of somewhere else, and get some of our people back. Try and find where they sell softs and buy a couple more, hopefully.
I mean, so that gets a little dangerous there. The Stone Touch is going to be in Temple of Fiends Revisited. I mean, yeah, it's generally early in the Topher dive, but it's still there even once you go past a couple of the entrances or the staircases. You still run into them just before the earth floor.
Yeah, ADR doing some second round shopping here in Carnaria. Not a ton of like wonderful options. I guess the Falchion will have to suffice for our thief friend for right now. We do have that Excal -3 for the fighter though, so you know. Yet another reason just to go and pay the Bahamut Piper. Or yeah.
Fade. I mean, at least the white mage, yeah. I mean, the Excal is still good with -3 because you're basically relying upon the plus 30 damage it gets from elemental weaknesses. So up until a certain point, up until Chaos, it's still going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you're not going to crit,
and
but
it's the best sword we've found so far, like just by far.
Yeah. So Exit and Warp looks like easily accessible. We're gonna have Nuke. We're gonna have Fade at level tier 5 magic looked like. Exit was tier 5. Warp was tier 5.
Exit, Fade, Warp, and Saber was at level 5, which is kind of unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, definitely for the ninja. Yep.
So yeah, it looks like runners ended up in the same spot. Flame armor's not too bad. Giant sword.
Rod.
Certainly a thing, and there's a rod.
That's almost go mode. We're a key away from go mode.
Yeah.
We have access to rod or earth floor or the lich or whatever the earth equivalent is now, and the Kraken equivalent.
Oh, and gold Cheerios for sale in level 5 town. Why can I not think of the name of level 5 town?
Melman?
And an Aegis Shield.
Yeah.
But yeah. And pro capes. So not too bad. Not too bad. Some gold Cheerios all around. Looks like, though, I would say we're I mean, probably not end game ready necessarily, but this is pretty good equipment to carry us for a little while at least.
Yeah. I mean, I hope the runners know about the alternate fiends, because I have no idea, because they all have their special characteristics that are different, so you kind of got to know their the quirks about each of the fiends.
Yeah, I am going to admit ignorance in this case as well. It just is one of those fun things that I probably wouldn't choose, but...
Alright, get your guesses in chat. Will it be the first pillar, second pillar, third pillar, or the fourth pillar?
Ordeals is being a little bit kind today, it seems. Most of the splits are taking us right back to the same split, so... I'm almost always a fourth pillar believer, if I'm being honest. Because I just always assume it's going to be the last place I look.
Oh, it's not 3. Sorry, Zoom Waffle.
It's not 1 or 3.
Oh, maybe 2?
Maybe.
Nope,
No, it's not 2.
It's the 4th pillar.
It's the 4th. Worst pillar hype.
Now it is funny though. Sometimes all 4 pillars are not used, or all the pillars are not used. Sometimes you get a
you don't even use that room.
Yeah, you get a shortcut right to the end line. So ADR is going to hard reset out, get that nice long run.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because Ordeals actually has some good experience fights here. Zombie Ds, Medusas early on in levels can be worthwhile. Zombles are not great, but they do okay. But there's our winner, the 4th pillar.
Some giants and some iguanas here at this tile. Probably will not step on this again.
Ooh, Opal bracelet +5, or as the Hanger Canuck says, the Opal Cheerio.
The Opal Cheerio. Do you think the Titan... Do you think he eats Opal Cheerios? The troll.
Probably. Who knows about the Titan?
He wakes up and has Opal Cheerios in the morning?
Probably.
I think so. I like to think that they're so like heavily priced because they're consumed constantly. Oh hey, it's the correct eye.
I think that's at the end. So
yeah,
I have seen Lord Fizzlebeef do this. You let your other characters die, and you grind the one you want. The fighter's a great choice. Life is on the knight. We can grind that knight with the Excalibur, and we're good to go. And I think Hate exited out and never saw the eye. Somebody confirm that with me. Hate did. So... big advantage for ADR, technically for levels, if he decides to find a way to take out his other light warriors. That knight with Excalibur will get you through, and we have a Vorpal that is out there that is an incentive item, technically. I mean, an Excal still will do work. You just need tempers to get through the armor.
Yeah, and, you know... you have the Excal in hand, so... oh, it looks like Procgen might have been nice to us today. Oh, nope. So, looks like we did roll our Procgen waterfall here. So, this might be fun. Yeah, ADR hasn't done anything to kill off the characters, though, yet, right? Like, he hasn't unequipped various bracelets or anything, which is generally what you'd see people do if they were going to do that.
He hasn't, so, no, he hasn't. I mean, it's not... a lot of people say the eye is not very good for party grind. It's not, it's technically. You're only gaining, what, maybe 2,000? A little less than 2,000 per level. Once you get up to level 20, it takes about 6 fights to gain a level with all 4 of your party members, so it's not very time efficient when you could be going to like a floating castle or finding like metal slimes or something else to grind that are really good for party levels.
Yeah, it looks like we have Matoya's Crystal here at the bottom of our Procgen waterfall that the robot here fell through for us. Yeah, I can't blame EDR for this grind. I'd probably do it too, at least for a little bit. I'm not really sure I like it as sort of an endgame grind to the point you were making here, because only one of our characters is killing the eye first turn anyway. So, you know, we're losing a lot of time with the Black Mage punching. And the ninja swinging a falcon.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you definitely want to do a solo grind one-shotting it, because I think you can do a grind and get up into the mid-40s in like 5 minutes, generally. That's how quick an eye grind is. That's the reason why it's so good of a grind. And yeah. Temper's tier 7, so for ADR, getting to level 20 on the Black Mage, kind of important. That allows the Black Mage to cast Temper.
Yeah, and so far it looks like we're going to need those temper stacks to make it through Topher. Now, Topher could just be a cakewalk too. We don't know, but it looks like that might be the case here. So, hey, diving Sea Shrine here. And then we'll probably go turn in that crystal, I would imagine. It's a Wiz-Sahag pack that Hate here has decided to go ahead and take for us. No nasty spells here yet. Nothing scary. And using that heal stick, I don't hate it. Getting our life up there a little bit. Yeah, see, I got an eye and a half of experience just off those Wiz-Sahags. Another gold Cheerio here for us. Makings of a party platter. And it looks like we are just kind of making our way through. Look, a lobster platter. So now
that's not
lobsters with squint.
Okay, no longer a grindable or wantable fight. It's time to nope out of there. Nope, we don't want no surf and turf. No, thank you.
No.
I don't know who I took that from. I just saw it in chat. All the surf, no turf. Thank you, Thavian. Well played.
Yeah. Lobster's delicious, though. Oh, there we go. That kind of makes our decision here. There's a rolled up katana here.
Oh, and a defense sword I missed.
In C. Yeah.
So,
yeah, that will be really nice all the way through. I think that Hate set. See if ADR finds it. I imagine that ADR will find it, though. I can't imagine stopping looting here. But we'll have to see. Oh, got a refund on our Bane sword. I guess Hate didn't sell it, but. Making our way slowly, not that slow, but meticulously over here into Kraken's floor, and we will see what Kraken or Kraken's replacement has in store for us. Run away from squid lobsters. So we'll see that again in Topher as well once we get to the seafloor. So it's good to remember, as somebody pointed out in chat, we need all the ribbons today. So. And we have Salamander.
Oh.
As our first fiend. Wall being thrown out. We have fire!
Oh no! Watch out! That might hurt us.
It did 8 points of damage. We've only got 40 rounds to kill this salamander.
Now, I will say there is a flag that actually increases those level 1 spells so they do a lot more damage. So it's a good thing that flag's not on.
Yeah, I actually offhand don't remember.
Wow.
Oh, that was 800 damage-ish on that salamander, so not really too bad, honestly. And we're through, and Hate at 33 minutes and 20 seconds has lit his first orb here, and is done the Honorak continent, which is great. Never have to go back there again. Unless, yeah, I don't think we ever have to go back there again. And ADR is pleased with their levels right now, and is going to go and looks like, oh, thought we were gonna go to Honorak, but it looks like possibly no. Oh, back to Melmond. We're gonna buy some Saber. Oh, Warp, of course. That makes sense. He's doing the same thing. We won't warp. We want to leave. I want to leave all of these places right now. So Ruby turn in here for ADR and Hate. See what. And we have the TNT. So it looks like we'll be going and visiting our dwarf friends here for what's almost a third time for both of our runners, I believe. But ADR wisely making the Sarda check first. So see what Sarda has for us. The early Sarda flag is on, so you don't have to do anything before Sarda will help you. Oh, and Sarda has the key. And so that means that in a few seconds here, our runners will be in go mode.
Simultaneous go mode? Yeah, technically. Although,
yeah,
orb lead for Hate, though.
Yep, orb lead for Hate. ADR has quite a bit on a grind, if not the whole grind done. I didn't see where ADR finished, so...
Look at those HP levels. Okay, the fighter, the knight have over 500, almost 600 health. That's really good for your two melee attackers, right? Your white mage is almost out of nuke range. Your white mage is almost out of nuke range. So ADR looking really good. Now it really determines based on what Hate can do to get himself into a good position level-wise. But he's definitely got the advantage in that he's got the defense sword, he's got a katana that rolled up, and he's got the not the eye we want to run into style.
Nope. So gargoyles and phantoms in Earth here. And the loveliness that is the flipped and rearranged Earth floors, which are always kind of a trip. Proc Gen Earth 2 when? Can you imagine this is like a net hack style where just the rooms are all over the place and you just have no idea where to go? It'd be terrible. Fun to watch though. And the TNT did turn into the floater, and so ADR has that and has turned it in and is now going to Gaia to see Ice and Slow. Those aren't spells. Exfer and Harm 2, probably not what we were looking for there. Yeah, turning Final Fantasy 1 into Rogue. Yeah, I think that's fine. Harm 3, not really anything we're going to spend money on though there. And the fairy gives us one of our ribbons. So that's the first ribbon for ADR. I think that Hate managed to pull one out of Sea Shrine though, or one of the places that they looted. I can't remember, Sea Shrine or Waterfall. But Yeah, ribbon rolling down is never what you want to see, but I mean, it's still a ribbon. You still need them. You're still gonna wear them. You have squint lobsters running around. You're probably gonna cherish every woman or every ribbon you find.
I mean, the good news is when a ribbon rolls down, all it does is it might hurt your evasion a very, very, very small amount, but it never reduces you below the 1 armor it already grants anyways, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of just, you know, it's all right. I'm not the saddest. I did miss what was in Canaria Locked though. Oh, the slab. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, it has to be like slab or the cube, right? So slab will turn into the cube. We actually know this. So And Hate making good use of that warp spell to reset their position on these kind of topsy-turvy earth floors that we've inflicted upon ourselves. Remember that these runners chose most of this craziness themselves. They definitely, you know, nobody twisted their arm into 7 different tri-state flags or whatever. But it's certainly entertaining. ADR getting the slab translated, I'm curious if they decide to go to Lefane and then, you know, eventually to Sky instead of diving Earth. From a pure steps perspective, Sky is shorter than Earth by quite a bit, actually. But the number of the amount of time you're gonna have to spend to get there, I don't know that you're gonna make up the time. Plus, the fights here tend to be a little bit easier and get through it a little bit quicker. But we'll have to see. And let's see. Hate took the zombie D tile. Yep. Okay, so Hate's gonna go ahead and grind this 1 or 2 zombie D tile here in Earth. At the free spot. So for those of you who don't know, the tiles that are on the bottom of rooms do not actually advance your step counter. This is why you'll see runners run along the bottoms of rooms or you know, in various places. And so and Vorpal rolled up +4. So pretty good. You know, kind of solid selection of weapons here, and we found at least one of all of our legendary swords, so it's always good as well. Then doing the Lefanian magic shop here to get the levels on our promoted units. Always a fun time. You can just kind of go across the room and buy whatever you need here for them. He took the zombie Ds for a few fights and then sort of just left, so must not have been terribly impressed with that grind, or maybe saw an ability that he didn't really want to deal with after that. So, but, you know, runners are definitely neck and neck, and I think anybody could still pull this out. Hate's getting really close to, like, being in Topher. Thief's 391 if we're taking a walking grind, and we find Ifrit, where Lich should be, and Ifrit doesn't have any hit points, and so dies. And just like that, Hate is the volcano away from getting to Topher, and that's a pretty good position to be in at this point, given that ADR still hasn't quite lit an orb yet.
That you bring up a great point. That is a great spot to be in. I mean, yeah, I know the fiends can go down pretty quickly, but I mean, that's 2 orbs up. You're at 42 minutes. ADR is definitely gonna feel behind here. Wait, Hate just reset out of the floater.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. He's gonna go to Volcano and then Topher. I don't hate that play.
I mean, I don't
He
hate
probably. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't hate the play, but like, it's really not that long of a check, and it makes getting around a little bit quicker. I mean, I know we got a quick, a long encounter cycle, but okay. I mean, he's the one running. I see nothing wrong with it. It's just you went all the way back to Earth Cave.
I think that he probably forgot he hadn't saved.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's definitely no. I like I like what you're saying. That makes perfect sense, Softnum. It was an interesting play.
He must have also forgot that he had the exit spell. Like, so, yeah.
Yeah,
but
no worries.
Whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfectly fine. I was interested by it because it just seemed a little interesting that you would give up the floater there that was, you already had it at that point. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, and it's free because you can walk it out. It's not like it's a dungeon. It's not the bottom of the ice or something.
Yeah.
So you're not saving that much time. But it's an interesting play.
But if he wins, you can brag about it. Like, hey, I did a floaterless. I'm just saying. Come on, you get to brag about it. Who needs a floater?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you had to take the floater? Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's checking some more boxes here. So what's our ribbon count here? Oh my gosh, so look at the armory. That's in such a weird spot.
I'm pretty sure Hate's up to 2.
Okay.
I haven't seen the inventory for a while, but I'm pretty sure he's up to 2. But I'm still looking for that 3rd. Oh, this gargoyles again. I swear there are like 10 tiles in this game that are gargoyle tiles. I always see them. It's annoying. I know it's not 10. But coral -3. Opal +2 that Hate can't use. A pro ring. Dragon armor we're never going to be able to use. An interesting side effect of the flip is that it changed where all the damage tiles were in that hallway. And I'm confused why that happened, but it's sort of just I'm assuming it's just an interesting side effect of the flip and the relocated stairs. But yeah. The stairs ended up in the bottom right-hand or left-hand corner of this dungeon, and then we're flipped.
I haven't seen anything off of ADR finding anything. Did ADR do Waterfall?
I haven't seen him in Waterfall yet.
Okay, so that's where the defense sword was.
It looks like, and ADR's, I think he skipped the katana too.
Oh no. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
no.
We have...
It'll be okay, but still oh no.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely unfortunate because he has 2 decently high-leveled melee users. And have...
Yeah, he wins this if Topher's really hard and he powers through and Hate can't, right? Like, that's the situation where he comes out the victor, so we would like to see him gain all the advantages he can, trying to find his way out of a vertically flipped... C4 or C5, whichever one this is.
Well, the important thing is what it gives an interesting swap. So, like, the Knight does all the damage in the Refiend fights, and then you swap because the Thief has so much HP now with the +20 Vitality and the extra agility. You put the Ninja with the Katana as the main damage dealer in Chaos, and it's a very interesting because now your Knight can tank. Your Ninja can do lots of damage. Brett comes out and kills... I didn't even see what it was.
Salamander.
Salamander. So Brett does its work. Very easy for ADR. Lights his first orb. So with the Katana, definitely allows ADR to have the best of both worlds there. Excalibur for the Refiend fights. Katana for Chaos. Obviously, Hate just has the Katana and two casters, so... which is going to do excellent work all by itself. Generally, you want a higher ninja if it kind of makes sense, but in this case, since the ninja has so much HP, maybe it's not as big of a deal now. And there's our second ruse item for hate. So that's really big.
So we have a ruse stick and the defense sword now. So he's found. I mean, we'd like to find this. I mean, ideally, we'd find a saber bonk. I'm not even. It's not even a requirement at this point, but we're still going after boxes.
So with Temper being tier 7 magic, which requires level 20 black mage, yeah, you want a saber bonk.
Right.
Or the power bonk.
Yeah.
The katana can power through it generally okay at higher levels. Just because you have a lot of hits, I believe a katana that rolls like +1 or +2 can get up to 8 hits at like 45, which is almost equivalent to a knight with fast. You might not need 8 hits. You can go with 7 hits, you know, in the mid-30s and be just fine. Our Masamune's turned off? Yes. We turned it off. It makes it a little more spicy. That's for sure.
Yep. But the Blursings still have legendary swords in them, so you still see, like, white samurai strats every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, this floor is not flipped. That's what's screwing hate up. That's what I don't understand is the logic between which floors flip and which ones don't.
I don't know if it's the whole tri-state thing where it makes certain things tri-state. It's very interesting. I'm sure Life Reboot, our tracker there, knows a lot more behind it. Hopefully. If not, then I just completely, you know, tossed him in front of the bus and said he knows what's going on when he doesn't. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I will give a moment here though to shout out Life Reboot for doing the tracking for us, and then, you know, Dengwu for doing the restreaming. Those are the hard parts. I just sit here and talk, and you know, you've had to hear me now for at least 30 minutes, 50 minutes. So you know that what's coming out of my mouth ain't that valuable.
Oh no. All valuable stuff there, Soft Thumb. But I just let everybody know as soon as I bring it up here. Don't forget, we got plenty of more FFR action going on for the rest of the week for the round of 16. There's Behemoth. Let me pull up the old schedule here just so I can kind of go over it. As Behemoth starts out with Fire 2, obviously the Refiend fights will be interesting. Ice 3 hits Behemoth for over 400 damage. That's something you don't see very often on the Refiend fights. Or, I'm sorry, the regular Fiend fights. So, Hate's in go mode, Softnum. He's going.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be
we're going.
We going.
Yeah. I mean, last I checked, that ninja had 450 hit points.
Not bad. Not a nuke range.
So, yeah. I mean, we're at that magic number where you like to see it. We have a katana +3. We have temper. We have saber bonk. We have ruse stick.
So
we have practically everything we could possibly want. And we have fast now too.
Yeah. All right. So
and
just
it's level 6, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it real quick here. ADR is about to light his second orb here. We have 2 races going on that just started. We got Budge Mono versus Dead Pulse. That's over on Speed Gaming 6. We got Demon Frog versus Rubes. That's going on the Final Fantasy Randomizer channel. And then we got Dangwoo versus Life Reboot at 10:30. That's going to be on Speed Gaming 1. So a lot of more FFR action going on tonight. We got 4 more races on the docket tomorrow. Don't know what channels they're going to be on, but we got a couple game 3s, a couple game 2s. I don't know about y'all, but FFR, yes please.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like we're going to have good amount of FFR. Yeah, I was just popping over to check too. It does look like they did schedule game 3 just in case it's needed, so that's always nice to see. Which should be tomorrow, I believe it's the same time. I'm very bad at time zones though, so I do not live in the Eastern time zone, which is Final Fantasy Randomizer standard. And we did buy Nuke on the Ninja. So I guess we're not that scared of... It's probably our fallback plan for Squint Lobsters. Is sort of unfortunate. Hate's going to only end up with one life caster, so if that white mage goes down, we might be in a touch of trouble. Doing a little bit of last-minute shopping, get some softs, get some heals. You know. Pop us up and save. Go to Topher. Yeah, chat mentioning that there's a billion revisions of this game that are significantly better. Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry, that gave me the giggles. Hate entered Topher and then immediately went left, and where the stairs had decided to spawn, that meant that he was trapped. I just gave you the giggles. I can't do anything. But yeah, so mage tile. No, thank you. Goodbye, mages. We do not need your brand of magic here today. And oh yeah, the light axe was in here. I couldn't remember what else was in here. Nothing. You don't. No, go. Yeah, thank you. What are? Oh, okay. We're gonna. All right. Okay. Heat, after all of the preparation, in Temple of Fiends Revisited at 54 minutes and 43 seconds. So, we'll see how this dive goes. As ADR appears to be in the middle of Volcano, doing a little bit of equipment shuffling here. Trying to see if we've got a winner or not. Hate checking the validation chests. Just proving to us that his seed is valid. And yeah. Nasty Frost Wolves. ADR full looting Volcano and chose not to seats. Kind of, I mean, an interesting play. Maybe just wanted to get through. Has all the levels, though. Probably has no problem making it through. The rest of the seat just needs to get there. Checking something on our fighter's stats while we make our way to Carrie's floor. And nope, other side. So it makes me wonder if we get a game 3, which again, runners are pretty close, so it's not like guaranteed. I'm kind of interested to see what flags are still allowed after this the shape of what's been happening here. So Ifrit Revisited here, do throw out a wall. 5 hits 300. Ice 2, so, you know, we got about 550 or so. 650. Okay. So, looks like about 800 damage is enough to take care of Ifrit for us. Did not have to use that many charges. Was not that threatening. Everybody's still standing. These fires are probably slightly more threatening than Ifrit was, but that's okay. Let's see what Behemoth has for us. So, Fast comes out, Wall comes out. You know, we have enough charges of that Fast that we can probably just use one. And 308. 308's not bad for untempered swing here for us. I think Hate trying to decide how to ration his resources is always an interesting thing when you're on Topher. You never know quite which fiends are going to be nasty for us. So 700 damage so far on Behemoth for us. Looks like The White Mage swings, and another 800 or 900 damage, and we are 2 Fiendry fights down. We are only 3 fights away from winning here and forcing a game 3 on Hate's side. So not quite getting away from these waters here. Again, the water's probably slightly more threatening than the fiends sometimes. And ADR, after cleaning up the fiends, is in Topher as well. About 3-ish minutes behind Hate, so still very close, especially with some of the nastiness we know is here, and some of the nastiness we may not know is here. So, see where we're going. And ADR gets to Ifrit 2. Probably will find it pretty much as in. Here's Salamander 2 on Hate's side. So dueling fiend fights, not the same fiend though. Ooh, 600 out of Salamander against that Black Mage. So not very nice here for us. Some more walls, doing some ruse, trying to make our way. Oh, and slow too. That's always fun to see. That's a good one. We are doing some pretty good damage though. 500 and then 500 out of that thief. Fire 3, so except for that first punch, nothing really, and Salamander goes down. 1,000 hit points, 1,100 baby. Still have life 2 charges for that Black Mage, and Hate looks to be in the driver's seat here. As long as our other refight here isn't too bad. This is going to be not Garland, not Gargamel, that's the Smurfs. Gilgamesh, that's who we have here. And we will see, this is our first look at Gilgamesh, since neither of our runners decided to do the power airshine. So looks like we might be Hate's still kind of trying to figure out where the charges go best. Gilgamesh does not. Ooh. And, wow. So Gilgamesh has Nuke and Inferno and swept all of Hate's parties. So Hate's going to try again. That is, probably not what we wanted to see there. But we'll see how ADR handles it. It's already up there to Gilgamesh wielding the nukes. Walls going out. 4 hits, 231 unbuffed. Fighter not doing quite so much damage, but we'll have to see there. Fire 3 comes out of Gilgamesh. Couple fights. Temper that X-Cal up, see what happens. And here is our nuke. Only taking one of ADR's characters, so probably a lot easier recovery here than Hate's gonna have had out of the Gilgamesh fight. And the thief ends up poisoned, so Gilgamesh has poison touch for whatever reason we wanted to do that in. Fire 3 takes care of the thief, but not the White Mage, which is key here. Although I imagine the Knight's probably got a life spell. But Fade goes out onto Gilgamesh, and we have Knight versus Gilgamesh here.
That's okay. The Knight has...
Should be okay.
Oh, well, maybe not. Gilgamesh hitting hard. Turn order. X-Cal doing work. No, it's not.
Oh, come on. Oh,
turn
85
order.
Hit points. Come on. And yes, we make it through the Gilgamesh fight.
Easy.
80 with 84 hit points to spare.
Easy game, easy life. Right there.
Yeah, Knight had enough life. Now everybody's back up. It's like nothing happened. We're going to go say hi to Chaos. It's going to be fun. We're running away from Edward here.
Oh, no.
ADR is one of my buddies who goes right. Oh, man. Black Mage already down. I think I'd probably reset out of that if I was on like
Saber. Saber on Ifrit.
Oh no!
That's kind of funny.
just, I would so be out of here right now. I'd just be like, okay, that was a bad roll. Let's try again.
I mean, we got a white mage. It's fine. So we got the Chaos Pulp.
It's okay.
We got a Vorpal. Wall is on Chaos. Hilarious when he's already got resistances to everything. He's got resistance to Excalibur now.
Now he's super resistant to everything.
I wish that worked that way. I like it. I like the way you think. So Fire 3 comes out. That's not a normal spell. So with the Refiend fights, it definitely changes the spells that these fiends can get.
Yeah.
But the Excal's gonna have trouble.
Ooh, 6 hit 60 is just not... I don't know that I'd be throwing my tempers onto that night. I think... Because I'm pretty sure that's the Vorpal we're swinging on the ninjas, so... I think I would be spending my charges there.
I think I would be too. I mean, the ninja's got really high agility already. And you just put wall on it, good to go. So many tempers going there. Now, once we break through the armor of Chaos, that's great. But it looks like ADR's wasted all of his tempers. No more to cast on it. So we gotta hope for the Excal -3 to crit. Of course, I say that and he hit for almost 300. I mean, Lock's great. That's what we need. It looked like an evasive Chaos. So ADR playing it well, playing it kind of slow there, but that's what you got to do. Vorpal finally critting. Just now we're starting to hit with a lot of hits.
Yeah, and Chaos hasn't done anything scary to us yet. You know, like hitting for 200 damage. Most of our characters are going to survive that. We have some... Oh.
Yeah?
Look at that.
What were you saying about Cure? I heard you talking about Cure.
Yeah. I was. I'm not even talking bad about it.
I know. It's funny, though. You were just about to say Cure.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that you could probably just, like, grind through it, you know? Like, whatever.
It's got heat.
For 7 damage.
Chaos with heat. Such a troll.
7 damage.
Such a troll. I love it. Toss out the X-Fer. Yeah, toss out the X-Fer.
But he already cast wall. Wouldn't that just remove the wall cast? And
No, I mean, it removes all his resistances. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But he's got wall. He's just gonna cast it again.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny part.
Why did we buy X-Fer?
Well, we didn't know Chaos was gonna have wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's for the Chaos fight. That's
yeah.
why we bought X-Fer.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But completely logical here.
Hey! Fire 3 kills him!
We burn Chaos down. And G's out for ADR, having a official time on our clock here of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 34 seconds.
And while we were talking...
see if our friends are going to come talk to us.
Yeah, exactly, and as we were doing that, Hate's back on Gilgamesh. Oh, the Black Mage goes down. White Mage is at 128. Very close to getting to Chaos here. We're going to cast some Fade. 154. Katana swings. Good damage. That White Mage, though. We need that White Mage to survive. 7 hits for 441.
And we cured... Oh, look! Gilgamesh has Saber, too. Hi, ADR GG's.
Yeah, thanks. That was a different experience.
It certainly was something. I think Dengu and I probably spent more time laughing than we did actually commentating. Just various things that went on during that seed.
Oh, yeah.
I think that your choice to take the knight may have been the deciding factor here with the extra life casts and everything. We saw you got through, I think it was Gilgamesh with 85 hit points.
Yeah, that I was talking to Hate in the race room before we got on here, and our levels are about even. It looks like our strategies diverged a little bit, but yeah, that night, when I talked to the spoiler bats, they said everything has nuke. So I'm like, I need to get levels on everybody, and I need to get as many life casters as I can to make it through this. And it came down to the wire. Wow.
The seed never...
Yeah, because...
The seed is so... I'm sorry. The wall on Chaos is just so funny.
we're a little tickled because Chaos has wall. And you had Xfer and you didn't cast it. We're very disappointed in you, but no.
After that Cure 4, I'm like, I'd better do as much damage as I can because I'm not sure I can do it before it cycles around again. So Fate it was.
Yeah, I did actually notice that you changed strategies once that first Cure 4 came out, and the Black Mage was suddenly turned over to Fire 3 strats to try and make sure we got enough damage to take down Chaos. I think the other big difference is that Hate never found the eye.
Yeah, Hate said he exited out of Ordeals instead of taking the step. And one small difference like that, wow, the luck really went my way.
Yeah, I think that, there's some luck, there's some decisions too. And we are also joined in the booth by Hate the 13th, who finished in 108. GG's Hate.
Man, Gilgamesh.
I mean,
yeah,
your katana did work, though. Your katana did work. I will.
Yeah.
That was a nice katana, but yeah, that nuke roll really, high rolled your white mage, I'm assuming?
He absolutely wiped out my white mage from just about full, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, dropping my controller and accidentally hitting the reset button when I got the floater. Yeah,
that's what happened. Okay.
Oh.
We had a conversation. We're like, why did he reset out? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now it makes sense.
I was defending you, Hey.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, if you forgot you can save, and you just reset out of this, you just take the boat over to Topher, right? Or Volcano and then Topher, I think, at that point.
Yeah, that was eventually when I ended up doing some crap. That just cost me 45 seconds at least. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go. I'll just suck it up and deal with it. Because this is the Thief White Black is my preferred party, and Nuke did bad things to me.
Yeah.
Oh well, but GG's to ADR. The better man goes forward, and hey, this means I can actually help with the crewing again.
Well, to be fair, Hate, that was going to happen either way.
Well, yeah, but this means I can do it quicker.
No, I meant ADR is also one of our very regulars on our broadcast team.
All right, true.
Yeah, so unless there was going to be a game 3, which I think so. Okay, here's the good question for a game 3. Given the flags and how game 2 went, and both of you getting lost at various times, which I understand. Sometimes I couldn't figure out where you were. What would you do for game 3 for flags? ADR
we decided just to run the same flag set all times. We just had a bunch of stuff tri-stated, so we never knew what it was going to be.
And so fun idea. When game 1 happened, I'm like, well, if I lose this, I'll just refuse the flag stuff on game 2. And then I saw that the submission was all 3 the same. Like, I guess I'll play what happens to John.
Oh hell! If I'd known that, I would have just they could have been negotiable during or in the race room as well. But yeah.
It was a fun in that. No, it was different having my brain broken. When I hit Earth 4, I'm looking at this, I'm like, is this flipped? Or no, it's not flipped. And then, but the exit's missing. It really took me a minute to figure it out.
Yeah, Earth 4 is one that gives me problems as well. That's the one that I remember getting most lost on. I don't and my fingers don't want to quite do Kraken's floor properly when it's vertically flipped.
Oh yeah, I slammed right into a wall on that one.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, I like screwing with the map.
Sure,
I like the
keeps things fresh.
waterfall that you got that showed you where you wanted to go, but you had to go the other way. I thought that was great.
I liked that waterfall.
Oh, I didn't even do it.
Oh man,
yeah. So it ended up proc gen, and it was you could see the room with the robot, and there was a little path up there, but it didn't go there. You had to do the wrap. You had to go the other way.
Oh, I saw one of those in another race. It took me forever. I'm like, I keep going right, keep hitting wall. No, you have to wrap around, and Once you've done it once, though, at least you know what to look for.
Yeah, that was I liked that waterfall. I mean, that was also at least where I found a defense sword and the lone ribbon I had, despite the robot's best efforts to block me.
Yeah, the robot did get in your way.
Pretty much consistently.
Yeah, the ribbon was in the waterfall. Katana +3, I believe, was in Sea Shrine on floor 2, I believe. 3, maybe. But...
yeah, it was somewhere around there. And there was the other katana in Volcano Major Chest, but by that point I was just checking, hoping for a saber bonk.
I had a ribbon, but I forgot where it came from.
You got the incentive one.
Okay.
I don't remember where that was, but you got the incentive one. So Dengu's been kind of pulling a little bit of double duty here, but I will ask if Dengu has any questions for our runners here.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously moving forward here, I'm actually trying to pull up the thing here, ADR, to see who you play next. I pulled up the wrong thing. I pulled up the schedule instead of the bracket. So ADR, who do you play next?
I think it's you.
Yeah.
Or,
you play the winner
Life
of
Reboot can still pull it out too. Yeah.
Yeah, you play the winner of Life Reboot versus myself there. So I guess this becomes an awkward question. So who you rooting for, huh? Who you rooting for?
I mean, to be fair,
No.
both of you are here. Life Reboot's just tracking.
Yeah, I know. No.
Yeah, it's either way. Like, you're both good players, so I'm pretty sure my tournament's gonna come to an end at some point soon.
Yeah, so Dangwoo, no shade, ADR, kick his butt.
Listen, Life Reboot's a phenomenal runner, and the same thing I said about Phoenix. I do not want to go to Game 3 against Life Reboot, okay? The 1-0 game lead, I want to take it and finish it and not give Life Reboot a chance. I give him life, and I'm in trouble.
I don't care who you're going against, kick your butt.
Fair enough. Phoenix is probably right there after the Game 2 against him. I don't blame him at all. That was disgusting. If anybody ever wants to watch some disgusting RNG, just watch that race.
I don't know. I think we saw a little bit of it here.
Stupid nuke.
You know, every time...
Gilgamesh.
No, every time I go up against somebody with nuke, and I'm like, nah, there's no way they're going to high roll nuke. It's exact damage it rolls on my character, and it dies, and I'm like, really? You have a damage roll of 100 to 400. How did you manage to land on an exact number to kill it? Ow.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't think my white mage got bingoed, but I think it was real close.
But honestly, I just wanted to say thank you, Hate, for participating in the winter tournament. You had a phenomenal race. I think you were in the lead for the entire thing. Obviously, and Gilgamesh just said nope with the Battle RNG nuke. But you could be proud that you put yourself in a winning position. And I mean, it sucks to say if RNG had been a little bit better, you would have won. But at the same time, I think you can go. At the end of the day, you can be happy how you played.
Yeah, no, I mean it's rando got a rando, and the fact that I even got this far in the tournament, I'm kind of shocked. Yeah, and I honestly was fully expecting to lose to ADR. It's just it's the color of things. ADR is a damn good player, so yeah.
Well, you played really well. I just caught the last 10 minutes on the stream, but you're definitely doing a good job there. So it could have easily rolled differently. But now I'm letting the word quarterfinalist sink in. Unbelievable. I went 0-3 last year, and this year I'm doing a lot better.
Well, and the next round is, I believe, where Forced Orbs comes in, right?
It is the semifinals where the Forced Orbs come in. So it is.
Okay. So it's only the last 5 races. All right,
yeah.
Fair enough. My bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're close, but yeah, it's like the last 2 matches. Yeah, the last 2 matches. Yep. Semifinals, finals, yeah. So we're gonna move it along to the final thoughts here, so we can get the raid over to the Final Fantasy Randomizer channel. And I appreciate all the spectators there that has been hanging out in the interview and stuff like that. I apologize. We will get you over to the raid or the channel Rubes versus Demon Frog. With that, Hate, let's get your final thoughts here.
Once again, GG's ADR and Dangwoo, thanks for pulling double duty, doing the restreaming and talking. Life reboot. Thanks for tracking. Softnum jumping in, and thanks Softnum for jumping into the booth, because whilst I would have done this even if this had been a Bicky, I always appreciate the matches where I can go back and watch them and actually have the commentary on them. So, thank you all, and thanks to the audience for hanging about and watching us faff around for a bit.
We appreciate you, Hate. Once again, GG's tonight and your winter tournament run. Our winner tonight, moving on to the quarterfinals. ADR, your final thoughts.
Well, ditto to what Hate said. Thank you all, and to RPG Limit Break for hosting us here. And yeah, good game, Hate. You played really well, so don't sell yourself short.
All right, well, with that, my name is Dang Woo. My final thoughts is thank you, Softnum, for doing most of the talking when I was setting up for another race. And you, the viewers, thank you. Life Reboot, thank you for tracking, keeping some notes and questions that we can ask our runners. Thank you, very much appreciate it. And Softnum, you brought us in. Why don't you take us out?
Yep, thank you everybody for joining us today. If you like what you see, head over to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. You can play there, you can get to the wiki, you can get a link to our Discord. It's all great. We are going to have Final Fantasy Randomizer action all night, and we will be sending you all to, I believe, the FFR channel so that we can get there. Good night, everybody.
Night.